Shops in and around Johannesburg. Police Minister Bheki Cele told us this morning police have arrested close to 300 suspects in connection with the violence which is reported in the suburbs of Jeppestown, Malvern, Tembisa and the Joburg CBD and Alexandra. Hasina, very good morning to you. What is the situation like where you are this morning?
Good morning, Desiree. Yes, we're in the Johannesburg CBD in Jeppestown. A very different scene from the one we saw take place since this weekend. Relatively calm. Stores are still very much closed here. Many store owners that we spoke to say that they've been camping outside their stores, protecting it to ensure that no looting takes place, like they saw happening in some of the other streets here. Some of the stores that we drove past, a lot of them broken windows, burnt cars, similar scenes that we saw in the last few days. Last night, however, we know that there was no looting that took place in the area, so it did calm down, and that tension that we saw rising from Sunday evening seems to be simmering at the moment.
Do you know if all the hostile areas are being minded by police? Are we seeing an increased police presence?
This morning, driving around, going into those areas, we did see some police presence as well as private security. We do know that yesterday the Minister of Police, Bheki Cele, visited the area, speaking with the leaders of that area, as well as meeting with residents there, trying to get an understanding of some of their grievances and some of their issues and concerns that they have. He did ask for heavier police presence, which we've seen also in the Mayfair area, which we saw a sporadic looting taking place in the last few days.
What are the government's plans to assist the situation?
One of the resolutions that came out from yesterday's meeting was that on Sunday there would be a second meeting by the police ministry. Bheki Cele will come through, but he's also asked for other intergovernment and ministerial departments to come through and to come and find a solution. They were coming to speak with these residents. Many of the hostel dwellers were not appeased by the meeting yesterday. They said that they wanted action and they wanted it now, and they won't be happy until their demands, which was that the foreigners should leave that area, specifically Jeppestown, immediately, and that was the only time they would be satisfied and would stop the violence.
What have you heard about the outcomes from the minister's visit yesterday?
What we do know is that there'll be a second meeting on a Sunday, which will bring some kind of a plan forward. We know that residents were not appeased, foreign nationals as well. We know a lot of them begged police officers to help escort them to safety from the area, and we saw a lot of them from Sunday afternoon already emptying out their stores and trying to get to some kind of safety to ensure that their property as well as themselves were not hurt or harmed.
Hasina, thank you so much for that update.